So, Tanya Kellock's. It probably rings a bell for many of you, especially if you were in school in the UK in 20 or just the end of 2017. It was kind of a shocking thing. So, a video was circulating around of this person, Tanya Kellogg's, Kellogg's, I mean. And a lot of people were seeing this on Instagram. I think some even made it onto Twitter. I didn't see the video personally, but I definitely knew and was aware of what was going on with this whole thing. But I knew a lot of people I know saw the video, and it was they described it as they wanted to kill themselves after seeing that video. They didn't describe it obviously because they was just in shock. But it looks like the police dealt with this matter. It turns out that Tanya was, I think, 12 or 13, and her brother was 5 or 6, and Tanya, or Tonya, however you want to say it, performed, so we say, explicit things. Now, this was basically CP. This was something that is very graphic. Not something that's, no one should view it, in other words. But people couldn't help it because they were getting these videos sent on Snapchat, and all sorts of stuff like that. And a lot of people were, it was the talk of the thing. A lot of people were talking about this in schools, and it was kind of a serious matter. Schools started to pick up on it and become a lot serious with it. I know there were schools out there that had to sort of bring out notices to parents, and I'm going to sort of read one here now, that had to put out a sort of notice for the parents because this was getting out of hand. So this was from Chantry Academy. I think it's in Norwich, where is it? Ipswich, sorry. So, this was kind of a serious thing. We have recently received communication via the police regarding a highly inappropriate material that is circulated via social media. That would be the video of Tanya Kellock's. And it's circulated. The information from the police as follows. We've received high volumes of calls in relation to social media accounts on both Instagram and Snapchat. I think it was Twitter as well. However, I'm not too sure. It probably would have spread to Twitter, because that is sort of the next thing people spread. They try and spread it to as many things as they can on Snapchat. Clearly, seeking young people to follow them to gain access to a video. The video contains footage of an extremely inappropriate nature involving young children. So yes, CP. This of course holds legal complications should you open the link, send it on, or share that data with other people. We are looking into minimize the amount of people who see this. Rest assured, we are actively working to take this material down. The account's set up using different spellings and format. However, the main one is Tanya Kellock or Tanya K, and an image of a young girl with blonde hair or brown hair, depending on the account. And it pretty much says do not accept any accounts. So there was fake accounts going around of this. Now, I'm not entirely sure how they got hold of this like I said, this has been 3 years. A lot of people have forgot about it. And who actually knows what's happened since? Nobody actually knows the full story. There's a lot of sort of stuff flying about. A lot of people apparently knew her as well, and said that they went to school with her, and this is kind of crazy. So I don't know, it's very weird, but I do remember hearing about this, and it was pretty much viral. I mean, if you search the name into YouTube, you'll get mountains and mountains of videos of people just talking about it, and most of them are 3 years old. And that, it was a big talk. Everybody wanted to know what the fuck was going on. It was kind of like new information. They didn't want to know like the deep details, but they just wanted to know how on earth this came to be. How on earth did someone get hold of this video? Was this video leaked? Was this video out there before? I'm guessing this maybe was uploaded onto porn websites like Pornhub and stuff like that. I hope it wasn't. Jesus, I mean, we obviously know the scandal Pornhub's been in with a lot of their stuff, so I don't think it would have been, but, I have no idea. People have probably still got the video. It's still out there somewhere, and it probably will be circulating. It won't circulate anymore because, well, there's no need for it anymore, I guess. I don't know. But there was a weird thing that I found on a video I was kind of looking at, and it was of what she said on a account. Now, do I think this is an abuser that is sort of taking control of this person or this young child that doesn't really know what they're doing? They could be their parents. Now, I'm not saying it is their parents. I'm not going to go on blaming their parents because their parents might not have done this sort of stuff. Maybe someone forcing them on. They may have been kidnapped. I know that's extreme, but you don't know these days. I mean, there's no way someone would do that as a joke. And quite clearly in this Instagram caption, listen, everyone, I did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong, and everyone comment on my old account. The video of me putting my brother's in my mouth was a prank, and he was in on it. Now, I don't know if that's a good prank. I mean, that's not even a prank at all. That's what I'd say paedophilia. Even though you are a child yourself, I mean, you're older than your brother. I'd have to say that's sexual assault. I mean, if you know you were doing it, if you quite clearly wrote this, you knew you were doing it. But it still doesn't sit with me that they wrote that. I think there was something going on within this family of hers that either did something or forced her to do this because, like I said, I just doesn't sit right if she did it herself, if you know what I mean. I think she was forced to do it. Personally, I think she was forced to do it. I don't think that she would have gone out there and actually done it. In my mouth. Stop hating on me and start rating me. He let me suck it for a video as a joke, for God's sake. And obviously shows a picture of her. Well, I think that was the famous picture, I guess, of her near the selfie of what happens when you Google her name. So I'm not entirely sure what's happened to her now. I mean, it's quite clear this, even though there's no sort of video out there, and I'm glad that's been, dealt with. I'm not entirely sure if people still have it, like I said, but I'm guessing they don't. I hope they don't as well. But this, this kind of is a reminder. This sort of stuff is leaked out there, and you need to be careful. You're not viewing it, and if you do see something like this, and you happen to stumble across it, definitely do report it. Because I mean, this can ruin a child's life, and I'm guessing it has ruined their life. I mean, it may not impact them because the video's kind of cut off now. But I mean, whenever you search her name, Tanya Kellock, it kind of comes up with videos talking about the situation, and it kind of comes up with a school thing that pretty much warning, like a PDF that's warning school children. So it's kind of a serious matter. This I've heard that some people have said that she has, I'm guessing, changing names, and in the future will be getting plastic surgery to try and hide her identity a bit. I mean, that seems like it's probably going to happen purely because there's was she born here? Some people saying that she's from Scotland. From what I'm saying, I'm not entirely sure where she's from, but I definitely know that she. I haven't heard about her since. I haven't heard anything of her since. A lot of people still claim that they went to school with her and they were in the same class. But yeah, I don't think anybody's heard anything. There's no real news articles of it. When you search for a name, you'll come across a Facebook, but a Facebook, like I said, hasn't been posted in since 2017. So just before, I think it went inactive in November, the Facebook account. So I'm kind of weirded out, like what's going on here. I'm not entirely sure. I'm guessing she changed identity completely, or she was. I mean, some people even said she may have been killed. I'm not entirely sure, but there's sort of two sides to the story. Some people say that she did it on purpose and she's a wrong and she needs to pay for it by going to jail. And some people saying that it could have been the parents of her that forced her to pretty much do that. Very, very, very explicit shit. Either way, who really knows? Like I said, the police know that matter. Well, I'm guessing, judging from what it said there, that the police have been involved. I definitely do know they were confiscating, when I was in a class, they were confiscating phones from it because people were talking about it, and they were saying, if you have this video on your phone, or you know of anybody, or you know something from this video and this and that, please get in touch with the police and stuff like that. It was sort of a big thing, very big thing, quite taken seriously. But I'd say in about less than a month, it kind of died out. People really stopped talking about it. But yeah, it's kind of a shock for a lot of people, and a lot of people are still wanting to know what actually happened to her. But yeah, there's no real news, and I don't think you're ever going to get news about her, especially if she actually has changed her name and trying to get change her identity. I mean, that sounds pretty obvious that they don't want anyone to really know who the hell she is anymore. She may get spotted eventually one day, and someone may say, "Oh, you're from that video," or that was going around in 2017. December 2017, but I highly doubt it. I mean, nobody really knows what's exactly gone on since then. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like a mystery now. I've tried to search everywhere because I really wanted to know and talk about it here. But yeah, I haven't heard anything or seen anything online. And you try and search many big news websites, and I would have thought they would have had it. I think I do remember they did have it, but I'm guessing they probably deleted it because of her identity. But yeah, if you do search the name Tanya Kellock, it comes up with a selfie, and obviously it comes up with just a bunch of obviously YouTube videos that are exposing her for being a nonce or whatever you want to call paedophile. But I don't know. If there's two sides to the story, who really knows what actually went on? But a lot of people making these like claims. I don't really know what went on, but I'm that's what I'm doing. I'm splitting it down the middle. I'm saying it could be either one. It could be anything. She could have been kidnapped. Like, I know that sounds like out of like this world, but we don't really know. You're just judging from what happens. But I hope wherever she is now, I hope life's kind of better than it is now. I mean, she if she didn't do that for a joke, she was genuinely being controlled and told what to do, then that's very much sucks. But like I said, I can't really make a claim and say anything because, well, it's basically non-existent now. Nobody really cares about it. A few people have brought it up on Twitter and stuff, and there is like a Twitter account. But then again, who knows? These could all be fake accounts. Maybe this was spread around by school kids. I'm not entirely sure how it was spread about, or a paedophile ring. That's what some other people say. But either way, it's sick, man. It's kind of sad that kids do go through this. You know all sorts of stuff. And hopefully whoever filmed it, at least. I mean, whoever. Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, hopefully they get some punishment because it's very wrong what went on. But I guess it's only a matter of time before, yeah, like I said, people forget about this completely. I mean, I do see, like I said, it popped up, but yeah, that's all I've heard of on Google or anything. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it. Remember, if you do see any of, I mean, not just of Tanya, but any child-related videos, even that include explicit things, like children being, anything, really, anything that you see that could be, deemed child abuse, then definitely do report it and do not get caught with child indecent images, because you will suffer the consequences. And if you do see something obviously online, whether that's including child, obviously CP, should I say, definitely do report it to the police, because they will investigate these things. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it at. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Stay safe.